Hey guys, Graham here. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be carrying on from my last video where I sketched up some skulls and some snakes. So the idea of this is to go from a complete process, so a blank sheet of paper to a finished sheet of flash. So if you haven't seen the last video, I'll link it at the bottom now. I would suggest that you watch that first if you want to see the whole process. If you just want to see the painting and doing the actual watercolour sheet, then stick around. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting the drawings that I did last time in my last video, and I'm tracing them through onto the watercolour paper, just with a pen. It doesn't matter what pencil you use any pencil. People ask me about that actually, like, what pencil do you use? I don't care, I just pick up a pencil, whatever, I just don't care. I don't know what it is actually, I'll have a look. What is it? It is a HB, there you go, for everyone that asked, HB. Not for any reason, just because it's what I had lying around. So, okay, I've traced them through, kind of got them where I want them, moved them about on the light box, and got everything into position on the sheet. Traced it through in pencil, and now I'm going over with a pen. And the pens I use are Zig Milleniums, and I use 0.8mm Zig Millenium. They're technical drawing pens, and the ink won't smudge when you go over it with the Copic Markers or inks or paints or whatever you want to use. It's pretty much there. Once it's there, it won't come off. So they're really good pens to use. Recommend them highly. I'll link them in the description so you can pick some of those up. I link everything that I use in the description to the Amazon links, so you can, no matter where you are in the world, you can always buy it and you're going to get the cheapest price. So that's all there. The colour codes for the pens I use and all details and information on every supplier I use is all in the description. So yeah, just kind of going around lining it up at the moment. Just kind of, it's already kind of refined, because basically the process is, you'll know this if you watch the last video, is sketch, go over it on another sheet, kind of refine it a bit, and then, like I did in this video, trace it. So it's already been traced out twice, and then going over the pen, that's kind of like the third one. So it's, really refined by that point, drawn it out 3 times essentially. And yeah, just add a little signature, why not? I'm gonna start signing my sheets from now on, which is something I never used to do. Oh yeah, by the way, if you actually wanted to buy any of my flash, I'm selling some sheets on my website. I've got a new website, it's grahamgdg.com, and yeah, I'm selling them pretty cheap. I'm doing little sets and stuff, so do worldwide postage on them, and yeah, you can pick them up from there. But yeah, so if you haven't seen my videos before, what I'm doing is I'm using Copic Markers, and the link to those in the description as well, because there's different types of Copic Markers. You want to make sure you get the right ones if you want to follow along with these videos and do this technique. They're the brush tip markers. So basically what they are, they're kind of like paintbrushes. Like I say, they've got kind of like a brush tip on the end. It's not bristles, but they're kind of like a brushy sort of tip. And you've got 4 different blacks. Well, if you buy the set, you've got 5 different blacks, but I don't use the C3. So yeah, you put down the black, then you go to the C7, kind of go over it, it's a little bit lighter, then you go to the next lightest pen and then the lightest pen. So it kind of gives you a nice gradient and kind of simulates the effect of watercolour, but it makes it much easier to do, which is why some people say this is cheating, but it's not, because you still have to do all the work and you have to draw it and you have to colour it, and so yeah, it's not cheating, it's just a different way of doing it. I mean, pens are a brilliant way of doing good quality flash if you're not quite as good at painting, but I do it because it just makes it a hell of a lot easier, so I just prefer them. I just like using them, so why not? But yeah, so I'm just going around doing a bit of black on this big skull, kind of shading the bones, and I kind of try and balance out the black throughout, make sure it's got a nice balance, not putting too much in one area and not enough in the other. And people ask me a lot where I shade, how to know where to shade. And I made a video on that, on roses, kind of just giving you the basic principles of how I know where to shade and where I know I should put shading, where I know I shouldn't put shading. So, but with old school, it's all stylized, so you don't have to think, oh right, the light's hitting it from this direction, so I don't want to shadow under this bit, and I do want to shadow here, like to make it look realistic. It's not about realism, it's about having fun with it. If you think some shading's going to look good somewhere, stick it there. And that's what I do for all my videos. I just have fun and I just do what I want to do. If I think I want to put some colour somewhere, I'll put it there. And that's the good thing about old school. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing too much. You can just have fun with it and just if you want to draw something weird, it doesn't matter, it's old school. And I like folk art as well, so I kind of draw on folk art influences for my flash as well, kind of just, you know, do whatever the hell I want, and it is the most fun style of art I've done. I've done oil painting on canvas, I've done neo-traditional, I've been tattooing for 6 years, well I might even be getting on for 7 years now, but I've been tattooing for a long time regardless, and I've tried lots of different styles, I've tried realism, and the only thing that I've enjoyed like massively is old school, so it's got to be something fun about it. So yeah, that's all the black done. I'm going onto the green now, and what I'm doing is I'll get a brush out in a sec, and that is because I know if you subscribe to me, you've never seen me use a brush before, but what I'm doing is I lost my Colourless Blender pen, which is what you blend the green out with, or whatever colour out with, into the page colour, so you know you don't have a solid line there. And so I just got some of my Colourless Blender refill and just dipped it onto the brush and blended out using a brush, but I'm definitely going to be getting a pen for my next video because it wasn't quite as good. But if you do lose one of your pens, then that's a good tip for you. So yeah, the colours are really basic in this. It's literally 3 colours, red, green and brown. So the colour's pretty much done now. Just put a little bit of red around the outside of the big skull just to give it a little sort of glow around the edge. Very traditional thing to do. And a good way of adding colour if you want a bit more colour in your piece. So this is the sketch I started off with in the first video, and then moved on to slightly more refined version, just traced it through, and then traced it onto the sheet, lined it up and coloured it. And that is the complete process. So you need 3 sheets start to finish. And this is what it looks like when it's stained. And this is why I use inks, by the way, because a lot of people say, oh, why using inks? Use watercolours, and they get quite annoyed about it. I think some people are right little watercolour fanboys. But if you want to know why it is, I'm sure I've said this before, but no one seems to take any notice, is when you're going over colours and when you're staining, you're going to get water on the colours underneath. So say you've just done the black in one of the eyes, and then you want to go over it with red. When you put the red over the top, it's going to dilute the black underneath, and it's going to wash it away, because watercolour is water soluble and it's not permanent. Inks are permanent, and they're going to stay there on the page when you either colour over bits that you've already done or when you stain it. So that's why. So for everyone that keeps complaining about it, now you know. Yeah, so that's how it looks when it's done, and I hope you enjoyed these 2 videos, guys. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, comment me and let me know. I always reply to all my comments. And if this video helped you out or you enjoyed it, drop me a like. It really does help me out. Share this video with anyone you think might like it. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all soon.